here. Okay. Welcome to the first class from week number 6, the class from week 6.1 of our level advanced. So, in this session, we're going to check two things. We're going to talk about the placement of objects, either if they are direct objects or indirect objects. And then we're going to talk about collocations about money words, okay? So, over here, we're going to talk about shopping and being a smart shopper. Do you usually buy stuff
Mm,
or not really?
a little bit.
Okay, but are you like a shopaholic?
No.
Okay, bueno, good. So, okay, nice. We're not going to talk about shopaholics, but we're going to discuss about smart shoppers. So these are people who usually look for bargains. Are you familiar with the word bargains?
No.
So this means when you find discounts, when you always are looking for discounts. So special prices like sales and things like that.
Okay.
Okay, las in Spanish we would say promociones, right? The
Yeah.
bargains. So it says, how do you find the best bargains? We're going to check some tips that they give to us, okay? So first is Rick. He's 24 and he says, I'm really into online auctions. Members sell each other all kinds of stuff. I really get excited about the bidding. Sometimes there's lots of competition, but sometimes you are the only bidder. See, this hat, it only cost me $2. Okay, so he likes to find bargains and things doing online auctions. Are you familiar with the word auctions?
No.
Okay, so auctions are those events in which, for example, the person says, I have an eraser here. How much for this eraser? How much you
Okay.
offer? Entonces you say 1,000 pesos or 1,000 pesos here, 1,000 pesos or 1,200 pesos over there. Who is going to give you more? And things like that. Auctions are not very common in maybe in Colombia. I mean, they're not very popular. Ush, pero in the United States, they are crazy. So, I mean, you can find auctions of anything, cars, yeah, clothes, special items, collectors. I wanted to show you an auction because in the States, especially, bueno, no, I don't think we have time to check auctions. Pero if you can check for auctions, they are crazy. I mean, the people who speak, they are, mira, look. You see, sometimes you
Yeah.
cannot understand, but they are saying the price, like 200, pero super fast. So that's
Yes.
crazy. In the States, there are auctions for anything and everybody. So this is one option to find bargains. And then we have Carla, who is 32, and she says that when I go shopping, I use this cool sale locator app. It provides information about in-store sales to bargain hunters free of charge. The app collects information from thousands of stores, and you can also send information about deals you find to other shoppers. So this is a special app, like what we do when we, for example, buy online tickets like Skyscanner. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
So it compares different websites and then it gives you the best deal based on all the information that it compared. Okay?
Okay.
So do you have any tip in order to find bargains?
Mm, really no, because I'm a person that, for example, when I don't know, buy clothes, I don't say what is the minimum price, yeah, or something
The
like that.
price.
I don't ask these kind of things.
Okay. So you just plan that you have to buy something and then you
Yeah,
get it. You go and
yeah.
buy it. That's it.
Is the object was in a bargain?
Ah,
Good.
okay.
But is not good
If
too.
if not, I mean,
But
if the object is not
it's
a bargain, if it is not, it's good as
it's
well.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Bueno, nice. Good. Perfect. Listo. Let's continue then. Okay, we have two more tips from two other people. Do you get tired of clothes quickly? Do you always want to buy something new for yourself? Let me give you a tip. I buy secondhand clothes at thrift shops. I can always find something I like, even designer brands, and get greatly a reduced price. Have you ever bought at a thrift shop? Or have you ever bought secondhand clothes?
No, never.
I don't think it's really common in Colombia, but I consider that they are trying to make it a little bit more mainstream, right? So people can usually consume less. Pero yeah, it's kind of weird for us. Okay, and then Lingwei says, for food and everyday items, I recommend wholesale clubs to everyone I know. For a small membership fee, you can go into a big warehouse like store that sells everything in bulk. In large quantities, the rule there is the more you buy, the more you save. So these wholesale clubs are places like, bueno, Macro does not have a subscription, pero PriceMart is one of them. And at States, you can find Costco and other type of brands. So that's also another tip, or maybe some place where you can buy everything in bulk is Al Costo, right? Like you don't buy a package of meal, but you buy like 10 or something like that. So that's another tip as well. Have you ever bought in any of those, or do you like those membership fee wholesale clubs?
Uh, Membership? No, because I don't know. I don't buy I don't buy a lot for
Okay.
get at a membership in this kind of places. But yeah, I buy in Al Costo and this kind of
But
stores.
okay, listo, good. Okay, so these are some recommendations about how to save money, right? So we're going to talk about the placement of direct and indirect objects. Do you remember a little bit about direct objects? We have already discussed about them or not really?
Yes.
Okay, so a direct object, it's, let's say, an object, but not meaning the specific item, right? A thing, but the object of a sentence in which we ask the question. It could be a person or a thing that receives the action or the effect of the verb, and we can ask the question what or whom. Let's see the example. He bought an umbrella. So the direct object, the object that is receiving the action of the verb is what, in this case, well, in past, what did he buy? What did he buy? an umbrella. So umbrella would be the direct object, okay? Because it is having the effect, it is receiving the effect of the verb, right? Of the sentence that we are having over here. Yes? Look,
Yes.
the verb bought and then the direct object. And usually you can ask the question, what or whom, in order to, let's say, recognize the direct object. Now, when we talk about the indirect object, we need to ask the question for what, of what, to what, or for whom, or of whom, okay? And it accompanies a direct object. Entonces, the manager left the employees a memo. If we ask the question, what did the manager left? Well, it would be a memo, right? A memorandum. And that would be the direct object. Pero the indirect is going to join, accompany the direct object. And over here, we would ask the question, to whom did the manager left the memo? To the employees. Okay?
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. At least for now. Okay. So same over here. If you want to find the direct object, you can use the question what or whom after the verb. Okay? He ate the pizza. So we ask the question, what did he eat? Then the pizza is the direct object. You can also find direct object pronouns like me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. Listo? If we want to find the indirect object, we're going to ask the question to whom or for whom, and then for what or to what after the verb. For example, she gave him the book. So I am going to ask, not what did she give, as in the first one, but to whom did she give the book? Porque el him, in that case, is the one that we are needing, right? To whom did she give the book? To him. And that will be the indirect object. If we ask the first question, what did she give? It would be the book. Listo?
Yes.
Got it? Got it?
Yes.
So over here, the key is to ask properly the question. Okay? So for most verbs in English, including get, give, lend, offer, sell, send, show, teach, and tell, the direct and the indirect objects are going to follow the same pattern. Okay, so we have one pattern over here, which is the direct object, then the to or the for, and after that, you're going to find the indirect object. For example, you can send information to other shoppers. So the direct object will be information. Then we have the to or the for, and then the indirect object, other shoppers. Listo? Or we could say, you can send information to them if I want to replace other shoppers, as we were checking before. Remember that you can use indirect objects and direct object pronouns. Number 3, si yo ya lo mencioné antes, I can say, you can send it to other shoppers. Or if you want to reduce the sentence even more, you can say, you can send it to them. Okay? But of course, this one works when you have already previously mentioned the direct object and the indirect object. Okay?
Okay.
Porque if I tell you, please send it to them, and you don't have context, it will be like, what am I going to send and to whom am I going to send that? Okay?
Yeah.
But this is a way, as we have already noticed, that English likes to summarize everything, to comprise everything, right? So this is another way using pronouns that we can do it. So pattern A for most of the verbs, including these ones that we have here. Now, pattern B. When this is going to be when we have the indirect object first and then the direct object. For example, you can send other shoppers information. You could say as well, you can send them information. Okay?
Yes.
Or send them the information if you want to be more precise about it. When we have, you know that English loves exceptions, right? So when you have verbs like announce, describe, explain, mention, provide, recommend, return, and say, we cannot place the direct object before the indirect object, sorry, before the direct object, as we can do with the other type of verbs. In those cases, we need to follow the first pattern, which is pattern A. So it means direct object first and then indirect object afterwards, okay? So it means it provides information about in-store sales to bargain hunters free of charge. Entonces, if you notice in this sentence, we are placing, it provides information. What does it provide? Information. So this one is the direct object. About in-store sales to bargain hunters. To whom is it providing information? To bargain hunters. So over here we have the indirect object, free of charge. Fíjate que in this case, we cannot use, it provides to bargain hunters information. No. ¿Listo? Why? Because provide, it's part of this list of special verbs that we have over here, okay? And we can summarize it, comprise it, make it smaller by saying it provides it, ¿cierto? The pronoun of the direct object, to them free of charge. Look, to them free of charge. Fíjate que we are separating the direct object from the indirect object using the to. In some cases, we could use for, okay?
Okay.
Then, when we have verbs like allow, ask, cause, and cost, the indirect object precedes the direct object and takes no preposition. So in this case, with these verbs, there is no preposition needed. So we can follow the second pattern. It only cost Rick, indirect object, to whom it cost $2. And we could also say it only cost him $2. So I can switch the order. Indirect object first, and then direct object. Okay?
Okay.
Questions about them so far, thus far?
No.
No, we are good?
Yeah.
Okay. Listo. When you have when both objects are pronounced, direct and indirect, you're going to use the first pattern, pattern A. Listo? So when you have the direct object, the to or the for, and then the indirect object. Let's say the boss owes it to him. So what does the boss owes? Could be the information or, ¿cierto? In these cases, remember that we have previous context, okay? And to whom does he owe? To him. ¿Listo? Entonces, over here we have the direct object and then the indirect object. To whom? To him. ¿Listo? Or we can also switch the order. The boss ordered it to him. ¿Listo? y tenemos order. Okay? When you are using or name or using pronouns. ¿Listo?
Okay.
A direct object pronoun and an indirect object pronoun. ¿Listo?
Yes.
Over here we have everything little bit condensed. So the important thing here is that you can remember the verbs. ¿Listo? So when you have get, give, lend, offer, sell, send, show, teach, and tell, the most common verbs in English, you follow the first pattern, direct, to, for, and non-direct object. ¿Listo? Or as well, you can choose if you want to use pattern B. ¿Listo? O sea, for most of the verbs, you can choose any of the two. Pero, here comes the exception. If you have announce, describe, explain, mention, provide, recommend, ojo que no es recommend, sino recommend, return, say, the indirect object cannot go first. O sea, we cannot follow the first pattern, the second pattern. ¿Listo? And when we have verbs like, let me change the color, allow, ask, cost, the indirect object can precede the direct object. And we do not need preposition. ¿Listo? It only costs Rick $2 or it only costs him $2. Okay? So
Okay.
this is the important thing here for you to remember. Are you ready to practice? Dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun. Okay. We're going to complete these sentences using the words that we have in parentheses. Whenever possible, write the sentence in two different ways. Okay? If it is possible. Let's see the example. Many companies use cartoon characters to sell products and children. So here you have the direct object and the indirect object. ¿Listo? Entonces, we could say many companies use cartoon characters to sell products to children or to sell children products. You see? In this case, you have the two options. Of course, it depends, ¿no? Porque if we have any of the special verbs, pues maybe we cannot use it, ¿no? Si tenemos announce, explain. Okay. Let's see the examples that we have here. If I'm not satisfied with a product, I never hesitate to return it, the store. Number 3, the internet has made shopping much easier, but delivery cost more money, people. Delivery cost. Number 4, at restaurants, my wife thinks I ask too many questions, the waiter. ¿Listo? Number 5, at discount stores, when they lower prices, they always announce, eat the shoppers. Number 6, when I told the baker when I told the baker the bread smelled good, he gave a free sample me. Vamos a hacer hasta el number 6, okay, because of time. Questions about the words, maybe?
Smelled.
The sense. The odor, okay?
Okay.
Smelled. Mhm.
And no more, I think.
No more?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You can write on the screen. Ay, no apareció el timer. Bueno, okay. We have, let's say, 4 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead. Don't forget number 2. In case maybe that you're not checking it. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Please read number 2. The whole sentence with the 2 objects, the direct and the indirect object.
If I'm not satisfied with a product, I never hesitate to return it to the store.
To return it to the store. There we go. So we're following pattern A, right? The first
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna write it over here. Pattern A. We cannot use pattern B.
No.
I never hesitate to return the store it. No. Listo? Only pattern A. Good. Number 3.
The internet has made shopping much easier, but delivery costs people more money.
But delivery costs.
Costs
Listo?
people
People
more
more.
money.
Okay. So can we use the 2 patterns or only 1 or 2?
Only one.
Which one is the pattern?
Pattern B,
Pattern B. Why?
because the verb cost.
Exactly because of the verb, right? That we have over here. Listo. Good. Number 4. At restaurants,
At restaurants, my wife thinks I ask the waiter too many questions.
the waiter or
The
the
waiter,
waiter. Waiter. Acuérdate que la R, you roll your tongue at the back, or waiter.
the
Can you
waiter,
please? Waiter. Again,
the waiter.
waiter. Bueno, practice a little bit the R, okay? So you roll your tongue to the back, and then you say R,
Harder,
R, como un
R.
pirate. R. Listo, waiter.
The waiter.
There you go. No, it's una R normal from Spanish, como waiter, 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 sino it's a little bit down of the mouth, of your mouth, okay? So waiter, siempre las R's, okay? Waiter. Good, listo. So in this case, at the
Is
restaurant,
pattern
my
B.
wife, my ask. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go, pattern B, and then we have ask. Okay, good. Next one. Number 5.
Discount stores, when they lower prices, they always announce it to the shoppers.
It to the shoppers. What verb do we have?
Announce.
Announce. Entonces,
It's pattern
pattern A.
A.
Remember? Because we have announce. Listo, pattern A. So the indirect object can go before the direct object. Listo, good. And then the next one, number 6, when I told,
When I told the baker the bread smelled good, he have a
he gave.
free, yeah, he gave a free samples to me or me a free sample.
There we go. With smell, you can follow with, let's say, the normal pattern. So you can use either pattern A or pattern B, right?
Yeah.
Any of the two. That one is good. Questions about them?
No.
You see that if you pay attention to the verb, it's easier?
Yes.
Listo. Don't get confused porque, for example, you could say over here, at the restaurant, my wife thinks I ask too many questions, the waiter, ¿cierto? So you could think maybe that is possible. Ah, no, pues yo le pongo el too many questions to the waiter, ¿cierto? Pero because of the verb, we cannot do it. ¿Listo? So the key here is to pay attention to the verb that you are using, okay?
Okay.
Listo. Okay. Right over here. B. There we go. Okay. Remember that the following verbs are commonly used with both direct and indirect objects. Bring, give, hand, make, order, owe, pay, promise, not promise. Listo. Serve, eat, throw. Listo. And when you have the direct object as a pronoun, it goes before the indirect object. And when the indirect object is a pronoun, it can go before or after the indirect object. Con los verbs, of course, that we can use. So the boss owes it to sit. It is the direct object. Entonces, I can place it at the beginning. Or we could say the boss owes him a month's salary. Entonces, in this case, the him sería the indirect object, and it can go before the direct object, que sería month's salary. ¿Listo? And the boss owes a month's salary to him. It's also an option in which him is the indirect object and the month's salary is the direct object. Because fíjate que in these cases, when we use pronouns and let's say the verbs that we have over here, the common verbs, we can have different options. ¿Listo? And if we use both, in both cases with objects, direct and indirect pronouns, we can only follow one pattern, okay? Which is the first one, pattern A, direct object, 2, 4, and then the indirect. The boss owes it to him, or the boss ordered it for him, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to practice and we're going to complete the sentences using the words in parentheses, and we're going to write, again, the two kinds of possibilities if we have them, okay? Let's see the example over here. Finally, the waiter brought us our dinner and then us. So we could say, finally, the waiter brought us our dinner, or the waiter brought our dinner to us. Okay? So let's check them. Again, we're going to do number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, okay? After an hour of searching, the clerk gave a suitable pair of shoes and then me. Number 3, at a cafe, they won't serve your meal, unless you pay for it in advance. Number 4, I didn't have any cash, so I handed my credit card the clerk. Number 5, the porter at that shop promised a beautiful vase, my mother. Okay? Questions about the words?
Yeah. What is clerk?
The clerk is the person in charge of selling.
Okay.
Okay? And he could also be the person in charge of, for example, the location. Okay? So a clerk could be a person of maintenance in a place. También puede ser, pero it's usually a seller. como un cashier or sales assistant, okay? But it could also be an employee from a bank or a store or a different place. Any other?
Yeah, the verb hand.
Hand, to give, pero using your hand,
Okay.
handed. Mhm.
No more.
No? Okay. Go ahead over here. We do have the timer. I'm sorry if it is too loud. You can lower the volume because I cannot control the volume. I'm sorry. Ready? Almost.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Go ahead, tell us. On
Uh,
number 2.
After an hour of searching, the clerk gave me a suitable pair of shoes, or after an hour of searching, the clerk gave a suitable pair of shoes to me.
Okay, which one is the direct object?
The direct object is me.
Does it answer to the question, what
Okay.
did the clerk give?
The shoes.
Remember that you have to ask the
Yeah.
questions, okay? So a suitable pair of shoes is the direct object, and then the indirect object question is to whom, okay?
Okay.
So to me, listo? Pero yes, in this case, with the verb give, you can use the two patterns, okay?
Yeah.
Either the direct object first or the indirect object first. Listo. Number 3, at a cafe.
At that cafe, they won't serve you your meal, or at that cafe, they won't serve your meal to you.
Okay, which one is the direct object?
Your meal.
Exactly. What do they serve? Your meal. Listo? Good. Here with serve, again, we can have the two patterns, right? Pattern A and pattern B. Both of them. Ching, ching, ampersand. Okay, number 4.
I didn't have any cash, so I handed the clerk my credit card, or I didn't have any cash, so I handed my credit card to the clerk.
Exactly, same. Since we're using handed is, let's say, a normal verb, so we can use both options. Which one is the direct object?
My credit card.
Exactly. And direct object?
The clerk.
The clerk. There you go. And number 5.
The potter at the shop promised.
Promised. Remember, promised. Listo, promised.
Promised my mother a beautiful vase. Or the potter at the shop promised a beautiful vase to my mother.
Which one is the indirect object?
My mother.
Exactly. To whom? And then the direct object?
A beautiful vase.
Okay. Questions about objects?
No.
Direct and indirect? Is it a little bit clear?
Yes.
Okay. Key element here is to remember verbs.
Yeah.
If you remember the verbs, you are fine to go with objects. Not explaining like, oh, this is the direct object and the indirect object, but how can you replace them using pronouns? Because if you notice, it's very common in English once you already mentioned them to start replacing them afterwards, okay? I gave it to him, for example, or I give him it. That's very, very common in English. But in order to understand that, you have to first know what is a direct object and an indirect object. Listo?
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to learn some collocations about money. So it means some different words that we can use when we talk, when we want to express situations, issues about money. So over here, we're going to, okay. What do you know? What does it mean to go over your credit limit? No?
Can you repeat, please?
What does it mean to go over your credit limit?
It's like when you spend all of, how do you say cupo? Limit, yeah?
Yes. Or the available amount of money, but it's very long.
Yeah, when you use the all limit or more about your credit card.
Okay, I would say I would use a different verb, okay? Because it will be clear. Entonces, we could say when you exceed, I think it is the spelling, let me check. Or when you go over, it means that you finish, that you run off, okay? And you could say your quota, that's one word, Listo? Or your portion or your percentage or yes. Entonces, you can, sí, es con a double E. You can, the idea is that you can use properly verbs, okay? Pues también you could say, bueno, run off, que también sería to finish, okay? So let's see the definition. It means to charge more to your credit card than the allowed amount. Some credit cards allow you to charge more and they are going to ask you for a fee, an additional fee. There are some other credit cards in which you cannot spend more of the quota that you already have defined, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Listo. Let's see the next one. How do you call a person who looks for low price products? We checked that at the beginning.
A person that
Is always looking for low priced products.
you usually buy when a product is in, I don't remember the word.
But how do you call the person? There is a specific name for those people that we checked at the beginning.
I don't remember.
Okay, it's a bargain hunter.
Bargain, yeah.
So to be a bargain hunter means to be a person that looks for low price products. Okay?
Okay.
Next one. How do you call the person who is unable to control your needs to buy things?
Shopaholic? I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, that's one word, or a compulsive shopper. I would call it a shopaholic as well. Shopaholic. Listo, good. When you have regrets about making an unwise purchase, it means when you regret buying something that maybe you shouldn't have bought. Any idea how you call that? Feeling?
Not exactly.
You don't know? But are you familiar with when you regret or when you have regrets after making a purchase that wasn't very wise? Yes?
Yeah.
And unwise. So it's called a buyer's remorse. To have, that's the collocation, to have buyer's remorse. Okay, so it means when you regret making an unwise purchase. Okay.
Okay.
So here we're learning collocations. Listo? Okay, next one. When you buy something suddenly without having planned to.
What is suddenly?
In that moment, in a short period of time.
Okay.
Without warning, without thinking or planning.
Yeah, I know what is that, but I don't remember how to say that.
Okay, no, it's fine. Let's see. Make an impulsive buy. When you are, impulsive, when you act impulsively, okay? But the collocation is to make an impulsive buy. Listo?
Okay.
Okay, good. Next one. When you offer money to buy an item or at an auction. We quite didn't check it, but it was related to the one that we mentioned.
I don't remember the word.
A bid. To bid on an item. Okay? To bid. Bid on an item. Okay?
Yeah, pujar.
Yes, that's the word in Spanish. To bid on an item. So to bid on an item means to offer money to buy an item at an auction. Solamente vale en una auction, ¿no? No como en un, no sé, en un mall or at a shopping center or something like that. No, only for an auction. Okay? Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Ay, chunks. Here.
Mami, yo no
How
doblé
do
las-
you call when you spend lots of money shopping for pleasure? Do you know the collocation for that? No es una word, sino all the let's say the phrase.
I don't know, waste in next.
That would be excellent because it's a waste of money, indeed. Pero no, it's called to go on a
Shopping
shopping
spree.
spree. So to go on a shopping spree means when you spend lots of money. Bueno, shopping for pleasure. Ojo porque se spend in a waste. ¿Listo? So maybe for people, it's not a waste of money, but a way of spending because they like it. Okay? Can you imagine that? Like,
Okay.
"Ah, I'm going to buy anything. I'm going to go on a shopping spree just because. O sea, como, no sé, I have 1 million pesos and I'm going to buy whatever I like. Why? Because I want to buy. Consumism, right? Crazy. Bueno, the next one. Ay, this one is super Colombian. How do you call when you look around shops, but you don't buy anything without
Vitrinear.
buying? Yes.
But I don't know
But
how to say in English.
Ah. Bueno, this one is super
It's
cool.
similar to look around or maybe that, like that.
No. It's similar to the window.
I don't know, windowing or
No, eso está nice, pero no. It's go window shopping.
okay.
Pero the collocation is go. ¿Listo? You're not going to say como take window shopping or something like that. It's go. So when you go window shopping, it means vitrinear. I like vitrinear more than window shopping, pero pues that's the collocation in English. Okay?
Okay.
Listo, next one. They're not going to let me. I checked the other one. Well, I'm gonna OU, bueno, nos quedaba la de auction, que ya la vimos, ¿no? Que it's a public sale. And what else, if I am not remember. No, when you feel sad about buying something or disappointed about buying something, which is a regret. ¿Listo? Pero ahí ya no hay
Okay.
collocations, sino solo words. Did you learn something?
Yeah,
Collocations about money? Yes, yes.
yeah, because it's
Bueno.
not a common vocabulary.
Exactly, it's vocabulary about money. So that's why, but we couldn't check. Maybe I'm going to share it with you. If you register, you can check the others. It's because I don't have my account in this computer, so we cannot check all of them. But well, I'm going to send you the link just in case you want to check because the others are not collocation, just word, como shop, como regret, just regular verbs that you know. Pero los interesting ones were at the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. No, wait, what am I doing? Did you get it? Did you get the link? Yes. Right?
Yes.
Wait, see, through the chat?
Yes.
Okay, listo, good. Okay. And we have one more exercise in order to practice those collocations. So we have over here word box with the collocations: make an impulsive buy, go window shopping, be a compulsive shopper, have buyer's remorse, to go over her credit limit or his credit limit, and be a bargain hunter, which is the first one that we already use in the text. So we're going to start reading it and then complete it, okay? Did you
Okay.
ever notice how people have different shopping styles? My mom has always been price conscious, and is a bargain hunter. Can you please go ahead and continue reading?
Whenever there's a sale, she comes through everything looking for the lowest prices. On the other hand, my friend Maggie doesn't even look at price tags and buys everything in sight. She just can't control her urge to shop. She definitely
Definitely,
be a compulsive shopper.
pero you have to conjugate the verb, no?
Ah,
She
she
definitely
is a
is a
compulsive shopper.
compulsive shopper. Listo. Let's see.
She
She
often
often, go ahead.
she often spends more than the bank allows on her cherished cards, but doesn't worry.
I'm sorry, charge cards.
Charge cards, okay, but doesn't worry about go over her credit limit. His
About,
go
she
over.
doesn't worry. About, in this case, you need a gerund going over her credit limit. Listo? Because you have worry. Listo?
Yeah.
Now,
My sister Shelly has a totally different shopping style. She drives me insane because she never buys anything. She prefers to
look at the next part. Just peering at the display of the latest fashions.
I think it's make an impulse buy.
But if she's the opposite of her mom, does she make impulsive?
Style. She never consumes before she never buys anything. Go with the shopping.
To go window shopping. Because it's just peering, peering at the display of the latest fashions. Okay, continue, please. Please continue. Crazy, right?
As for me, I have to admit that at times I have the urge to go on a shopping spree. Shopping is all about having fun. I certainly don't plan to buy 3 pairs of shoes, but all of a sudden they are in my shopping bag. Okay, I admit to make an impulse buy. Every once in a while.
Exactly, an impulsive buy every once in a while.
But I confess that I have buyer's remorse on occasion and end up returning things. There's only so much room in my clothes.
Okay, very
My
good.
closets.
In my closets. Okay, over here, how do you say this word?
Certainly.
Certainly.
Certainly. Okay.
Listo? Certainly. The stress goes on the first syllable. Certainly.
Certainly.
Okay, good. Questions about them?
No.
Okay. New words, new expressions, collocations that you can use, right? To talk about money.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, friend. So that will be all for today. Thank you for being in class with me today.
Thank you, teacher, for the class.
Okay.